Hey everybody, how's it going? So, I thought today I would talk about something that's been really interesting that I'm experiencing that's kind of surreal. Um, it's kind of cool and kind of weird at the same time, but is being self aware. And this is something I want to talk about because I think it's good for all of us to understand, and hopefully, I can maybe pass on some ways that I've been able to do this. Um, Part of the challenge when you have a mood disorder is when you're struggling to be able to step outside of yourself and recognize through either prayer or faith or just your own uh, self awareness that something is not true. And that's very, very, very difficult. Um, but I think it's really important, and that's part of the whole treatment plan and understanding your triggers and stuff that I've talked about. And for those that have not read those or watched those videos, I cover a lot of that stuff, and we'll certainly talk about it again, related to just understanding what are the things that cause me discomfort and ultimately issues that can send me into a tailspin. So what's been kind of crazy is, obviously, as you guys know, I've uh, generally speaking got my medication and my treatment strategy in a good place, but I still struggle. I still have good days and good periods and bad periods, and I've gone through a period here where it's been kind of on the low. I've been a little more depressed. But what's strange is like, because I'm working with you guys on things, I'm so very self-aware of my situation, and it's um, a little bit, I don't know, like stepping outside of myself and watching myself when I'm struggling, because I know I'm struggling. I teach you guys all about the things to try to address your struggling when you're struggling, and yet I still struggle because I'm just like the rest of you. Um, so again, my purpose in telling you this is that, um, I guess one is that definitely learning to be self aware is a big part of it. And just, you guys are helping me, I guess, is the other part of it, is it's been really amazing, and not really the intention of me doing all this. I'm doing this to help you guys. But I'm learning a lot about myself and a lot about my illness that I can ultimately hopefully pass on to you guys as it relates to dealing with my own stuff as I express and talk about it to all of you. So this idea of self awareness is really, when you're able to do it, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty. Um, it can sometimes kind of like, maybe you're able to understand how good or how bad the situation is. So maybe it's worse than you think or better than you think, but it's just, it definitely surprises you. I think for me, a lot of this comes through prayer and through trying to help have God discern for me what is true and what is untrue. But um, you guys are helping me practice what I preach, I guess is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm trying to, even do a better job on my end to say, hey, I need to remember the advice that I give you guys, because, um, if we do it, if it's not rocket science, if we prayerfully ask God for help, if we follow our medication strategy, if we understand our triggers, ultimately, we can get out of those ruts faster than we normally would. So again, it's not like we're coming up with something novel here. It's just got to follow the plan. And when you don't follow the plan, you stay in your cycle and your depressed lull for even longer. Again, it isn't about necessarily prevention as it is the deliverance and getting through it, and, persevering through your challenges and your issues. So that's what I got for today. Self awareness. You're teaching me. Hopefully, I can teach you a little bit, and just continue to really be thinking about that when you're in that cycle where you're obsessing or you're panicking or you're being anxious or you're being depressed, that you stop and try to understand why it is. Take a moment. Maybe it's to write stuff down, whatever, and to try write down and reinforce what is true. And as I tell you this, it's probably something I need to do myself, because it's really easy. When we're in this place, the enemy is going to attack us. We're very vulnerable. We're very subject to suggestions, to things that, are really going to distort really what's going on. So there you have it. Self-awareness. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.